Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome to your practice. And I'm set up by the wall. So if you are not by the wall, move yourself to the wall and then come into your comfortable seat. And I know some of you keep notebooks and pens by you too. And, writing down, I have mine here too. I just was doing that exact same thing, just writing down words of things that you're grateful for. So I'm just going to read this card. We're going to sit for a moment in quiet, just cultivate a little list. And if you want to write that stuff down, then that is great practice. So gratitude grows joy. We all need more joy. Gratitude grows joy. Oh, what are you grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for you being here, for your energies, and for this shared practice space. Yeah. So let your hands rest anywhere you like. Could be at your heart, one on your belly, maybe like that. Or just simply laying them in your lap. Let your eyes close. And just before you come into any concrete thoughts, just feel gratitude for the simple flow of your breath, for the quiet space you are in, for this yoga community of support and of presence. And then just allow everything to kind of drop down a little deeper. And bow your chin. Soften your forehead, your third eye. So you open space. Maybe smile too, that also open space. And then just creating your own little list of 5, 10, 50 things that you're grateful for at this moment. Staying in this space of cultivating gratitude, growing joy. And if you'd like to take pen to paper and just write words flowing without thinking too much, go ahead and do that. And that act of writing, moving the hand and connecting to the brain, even if you don't have paper, you could even just take your writing hand and just write in the air the things that you're grateful for as a way of imprinting it. Stay with the breath. Stay in this space. Good. And just before you move from here to the next part of this practice, just pause in the sit without engaging the thinking mind too much, just being with your breath. And really take your time, friends. Things are flowing, you need to get them out, do it. Okay, once you have come into this sit, then just bring both hands now to the heart, either in front of the heart or on the heart. And just bring all that in, softening the third eye, smiling, and being with the breath as you fill your heart space with all that you have just cultivated, reminded yourself of, and brought into this practice, into this space. And with joyful gratitude, let's seal that all in, and we'll chant Om 3 times. And just before we do that, let's take a nice big breath in. Hold it at the top. And then exhale through your mouth. And we'll begin to Om 3 times. Inhale. crack your smile. Release your chin down. Release your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay. Yes. Go ahead and move your parts, your feet, your hands. Yes. Okay. So we're going to start standing. And yeah, okay. I'm just going to start standing. And we'll start with the wall nearby. I'm just going to lift the camera. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So we're just going to start with tree pose. So whether you use the wall or not is up to you. And if you do want to use the wall, let's start with like an arm length away. So it's there, but you know, you're not like depending on it too much. So we'll just come away from the wall. Good. Okay. Start with your feet a nice comfortable distance apart. Bring your hands to your heart. And take a full inhale. Exhale with gratitude. And you bow your chin. As you inhale, anchor the feet, lengthen the head up. As you exhale, release your arms down by your sides. You inhale, sweep the arms, maybe out to the sides if you have space, or in front of you, reach out. As you exhale, hands together down in front of your heart. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, release the arms. As you sweep up, press the feet down, lengthen all the way up, reach up. Palms together, exhale, hands in front of your heart. Pause here as you inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, reach, press the feet down, open the fingers, the hands. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bow your chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, sweep up, open, reach up. Exhale, take the hands all the way down. We're just going to go straight down as you exhale and inhale to lift up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up. We're going to reverse this. So you're going to exhale down, keep the hands together. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, open. Release, hands to your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, continue this, few more rounds. Feel the feet connecting. The breath, the hands, the fingers, the wings. Good. Okay, last one. Inhale. Exhale, release. We're going to sweep the arms back up as you inhale. Palms together, hands in front of the heart, and pause. Just pause here. Eyes closed or gazing at the floor. Put your mind in your feet. Shift your weight gently front to back. Just feel the weight, land into the pads of the toes and the heels. And just, a little bit. So you feel now, can I bring myself into balance on the foot where I feel the heel, the balls of the feet, maybe the toe pads. You might be lifting your toes. That's what's gonna happen for you. And take a full breath in. Breathe out. Take your hands to your out to your hips. Shift the weight onto the left foot, and with stillness, this pose. Lift the right heel. Turn it out. Bring the foot in, and you find your balance. You have the wall there if you need it. You can take the foot up higher. Just be in the place that this is your very first pose, so you don't have to have that leg. You can keep the right toes on the floor. Find your tree. Okay, now hug in as much as you can. So the foot and the leg are anchored. The sides of the waist are drawing in, reaching, or your hands are down, wherever you need to be. One more breath. And then we'll release so slow. So maybe the arms come down first, or the hands might come together. You just find your place. I like to release, who even cares? And then once you're down, whenever that is, Either keep the hands at the heart or drop your arms down and close your eyes or gaze at the floor. Start to feel the energy, the breath, the prana. Okay, before we go to second side, we're just going to take the arms, inhale, sweep up like we've done. Touch the palms, exhale. This time go straight back up, inhale up. Exhale, open. Take the arms straight up and out to the side. And exhale. Okay, we're just going to do maybe a few more. Let's make this, like the most important. Every part, the feet connecting equally, the hands connecting equally. Okay, last one, this time the hands come together. They either stay at the heart or you can drop your arms down for a moment. Good. Okay, we're going to do the second side. We need to turn around. Go ahead. Shift the weight onto the right foot. The hands come to the hips. Okay, and then keep going. Lift your left heel, bring it in. Maybe stay. Go up, up, wherever you go. Okay, wobbling is okay. It's the ankle, the foot, everything learning. The only way to learn is to do. The only way to learn is to do. So find it here. Okay, I'll say this too. We are in the energy of the full moon. We're moving into the fires of Beltane. These are big between spring and summer solstice and equinox. Breathe. All of these things affect us. Okay, release. However you want to do that. Come out. And then once you're down, just pause here, hands at your heart, all the way down. Good. Okay, so from here, we're just going to bring that right knee in. And so you'll decide, if you want to hold on to the wall or balance, that's your choice, whatever it is. So take a moment, center on your left foot, and when you feel ready, you bring the right knee in. You might hold it far away from your body. It might come in close. You could take the hands behind or underneath the thigh too, and just press the thigh down. That actually is pretty great. So wherever you are, one more breath. And then release, pause, feel. Good. Okay, we're going to release from this a little differently than what we've been doing. I'm just turning to the side so you can see. I'm just going to take the hands to the thighs, bend the knees, stick the butt back. My feet are, a comfortable distance apart. And maybe come onto your forearms here. And I'm just pressing the thigh back, crown of the head forward, or crown of the head and the tailbone in opposite directions. So whatever you're doing is on your forearms or on your hands. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to sit down a little more in the legs just for fun. And maybe take the arms out if that works. Really strong in your feet. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, we're going to rest. So you just let the arms drop or hands at your heart. Feel your breath, your prana, your energy. Slow your breath down. Okay, we go second side. So we're going to balance on the right leg, bring the left thigh in. You can use the wall, whatever you need. Maybe hands here. I kind of dug that, taking the hands underneath the thigh and pressing the thigh down. So whatever works, be in your balance, your imbalance, find your joy, cultivate gratitude for just even doing this. Because the only way to learn is to do. One more breath. Maybe two more because heart's just getting in. Okay, and then release. Come out. Find this little release, whatever this was, forearms on your hands. You could do even a little cat-cow here on your forearms or on your hands, just drawing the tailbone back and tucking. Good. Okay, good. So from here, friends, I'm going to come into forward fold. So I just tell you that, so if you need your blocks or whatever you need, just let your hands come down for a moment and bend your knees, heel to your feet a little wider, and we'll just start to sway a little bit side to side. The way of releasing all of that. Good. Okay. All right, and then come back to your center, whatever this is. We're going to come back to forearms or hands on the thighs. So bend your knees, take the hands or the forearms, come back to wherever you were here. Do a few little cat-cows. Good. Okay, and then we're going to come to that Utkatasana. So that's where you sit, and you maybe sit down a lot. Maybe the arms come out. I'm lifting my toes, and then inhale, come up, and exhale, rest. So drop the arms or hands at your heart. Feel your heart beating, your breath. Can't just be heart and heavy breathing here. Good. Okay. Turn around and face your wall. Okay, so let's start with this like resting at the wall. So I'm a little bit away from the wall. Just kind of drop yourself in, hand over hand, rest your forehead, close your eyes. Good. Breathe here. Yeah. And just rest into your wall, really sink in. You let your hips move forward, or maybe they want to move back. Just kind of be a little curious. Breathing in and out through your nose. Okay. Good. All right, and then just press your hands into the wall, take yourself away from the wall. And we're going to turn around, we're going to come back to forward fold, but we're going to rest the hips at the wall. This is one of my favies, I guess. I guess it is, because I do like this one quite a bit. So I just take the hips, drop them to the wall, and then your feet, you decide. Maybe they want to walk far forward, wider apart. Just do your best to kind of keep them parallel so that the outer edges of your feet are in line with the long edge of your sticky mat. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the hands to the hips and press the feet down and forward. That's going to take my tail back. I might even get a little arch in the low back. Inhale. Now as you exhale, start to tilt forward. And if you feel, maybe the hands come to the thighs, maybe your knees need to bend. I'm going to try and keep the back long. Just find that place as I let the sit bones kind of slide up the wall. I'm just wiggling myself up the wall. And then the hands can come down. Maybe they hit the floor. You need your blocks. And then once you're in it, to win it, no winning. Just, experiencing. So I might start to straighten my legs. Really, I'm using the feet, pushing down and away as a way of letting the upper body just receive and the legs get a little stretch. Okay, just take a few breaths here. Melt yourself as best as you can. Good. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of ankle flexion. And so if this works, just be curious. Let's see if you can lift the left foot, like keep the heel on the floor, but take the sole of the left foot up. And I'm just going to wave this foot, like the toes are going to move in and out a little bit. And then I'll set that foot down and do the same with the right foot. Just keep the heel down. If I can lift the sole of the foot and just wave the foot. And then come back into your version here. Just drop in. If you can let the head go, let the head go. Okay, feel the sit bones at the wall. I'm going to take the hands now. They might just go to the wall, either side of the hips. I'm just resting them there. Or, okay, I'm going to take the arms up. So I really lift the shoulders and start to reach the arms. And they might just go up with the hands up, or you could interlace your fingers if that's there and just drop into this. So you roll the shoulders back and the shoulder blades together. Okay, let's release. So we'll take the hands back to the wall if you lifted them. Push away from the wall. And then we're just going to move into a downward dog or forward fold. If you want to come down for child's pose, then do that too. Okay. Breathe here. I'm just going to wag my tail a little bit. Good. Okay, now I'm walking the hands back. I'm going to come back to forward fold and find my hips back at the wall. So if you dropped into child's pose, maybe you need more time there, that's fine. Come back, walk your feet forward because we're going to sit. So I parallel the feet. They're not too far apart this time, about hip distance. You start to bend your knees. You'll take your forearms to the thighs. Maybe the feet want to walk forward more. You know, be curious because you're going to take the back now to the wall. So you find your place here. I'm going to push the belly hard into the wall, back of the head into the wall. My feet are really working. I'm not letting the knees come together. I'm opening them apart. Okay, I'm going to sink all the way down. All the way down. Oh, maybe you take your hands. Come all the way down. Stretch your legs out. Just give glory. Heart just said that was awesome. Good, breathe here. Do you think you can go back up? Okay. Well, we bend the knees, right? We're going to use the wall. I pick my hands to the floor. I'm just going to push in, see if I can lift just the hips up off the floor. Once I get the hips, maybe I walk the feet in more. You know, you might have to come forward and then up, but you kind of play with whatever works. Yes, and even if it doesn't work, it's that playful attitude. Cultivate gratitude because you're even trying this. And then drop into this forward fold. Okay, this time you can just stay like this, but I'm going to lift both feet up off the floor and just be on the heels and just wave my feet a little bit. Yes. Okay. One more breath. And then bend your knees. We're going to come back up. We're going to come all the way up. So I'll just take the hands to the hips or to the wall. Push away from the wall. And come up. However you come up, rest in your standing. Breathe here. I'm just going to turn the camera. Good. Okay. Great. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn around and face the wall. I'm going to step my left foot forward. It's not at the wall. It's about maybe 3 inches away from the wall. And then I'm going to take the right foot back. And this is just a comfortable distance. Whatever it is for you is fine. Hands at the wall. And then you kind of feel, do you want to walk your left foot out more? The back foot, you know, the tendency is the toes want to turn out, and that's okay. But if you can bring that foot more parallel, we get the hip to turn forward. So you work with what you need. Okay, now just once you're here, you might keep the hands at the wall, you might drop them. And just anchor into the legs, the feet equally, lift through your belly. I'm going to take my hands to my hips, but they could be at the wall. We'll inhale. Now as you exhale, start to bend the left knee. Keep the right heel on the floor. Good. Inhale, straighten. And exhale and bend. Okay, so hands at the wall. Or I'm going to lift them straight up. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Inhale, straighten. And exhale and bend. One more. Okay, come into this version, wherever you are. Take your hands to the wall, and if they're at the wall already, walk them up as high as they're going to go. Okay, and then just keep walking your hands as you melt your chest forward. Okay, once you get here, wherever you go, I'm going to start to straighten that left leg. Take the tush back, take the belly in. Take 2 breaths. Okay, come back up. Slide your hands down. Let's just take this downward dog at the wall. So just step the feet, and they might come in. They might go back. Take your tush back. Okay, draw your belly in, your heart in, and you kind of keep that. You press the thighs back, and you might need to bend your knees. One more breath, and then we'll do the second side. We come back up, and I'll step the right foot forward. Then you take a moment, adjust your feet. So the right foot might walk out, left foot a little more straight. And then hands at the wall or on your hips. Feel into the feet and just find the balance in the 2 feet. Okay, we'll inhale. As you exhale, you bend that right knee towards the wall without lifting the left heel. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and then hands at the wall or up in the air. And we do a few more. Just really stay with connection. It's not just flopping forward and flopping back. You're moving with great intention. Good, okay. The next time we bend the knee, hands come to the wall, or you walk them up the wall as high as they're gonna go. And then keep walking as you melt the chest towards the wall, forehead towards the wall. It doesn't have to touch. Then you see if you can straighten the right leg. Press back through the legs. Draw your belly in, heart in. Breathe. Good. And then release. Walk your hands down. Find downward dog at the wall. Good. Okay. Nice, guys. Come up. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side. Let's just pause. You know, I feel a little that I just need a moment to just bring everything back. So if you feel a little dizziness or whatever it is, be with that. Okay, so here's the next one. Next one, I'm going to just step a little bit away from the wall. So I have my right leg is out here, is my left leg. I'm just going to take it to the wall, and you just find wherever it goes. You know, if you need to go very close to the wall and it just goes a little bit, you know, be playfully curious. And then, you know, let's not overthink it too much, but once you have that there, I'm just going to bend and straighten. So, you know, maybe it's hand at the wall or arms in the air. You know, just be curious here, just a few moments. Okay, and then once you've felt, okay, I'm in it, then just come in, you know, maybe your knee has to stay bent. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's here. Both legs can be straight. Look at your standing leg. Just make the toes point the same way your face is. Okay, knee bent or straight, it's all fine. We're going to side bend. So however you are, it's the right arm reaches up and we just side bend over. So if the leg is straight, great, that's what it looks like. If the leg is bent, maybe this is what it looks like. Feel the connection in the standing leg. One more breath. And then release. You'll just come off the wall. Okay, this is like, I always call this playground pose, because if you're ever on a playground, that's such a nice thing to do on the monkey bars. Releases your whole back. Okay, I'm going to turn around. And then you just mark it on the second side. So you take your time, you know, wherever you need to be. You might surprise yourself, and you might not. And then once you kind of have that, then, you know, hand, maybe the right hand hits the wall or not, or it rests on your thigh. You take the left arm up, and I'm just going to bend this leg and straighten. Like it's a version of lunge almost. So just feel into your legs, into your feet, however your hands are is fine. Okay. And then set yourself into your shape. The standing leg, toes pointing straight. And then we move into side bend. Whatever works for you. You know, whatever gives you space and cultivates joy. So you're not sitting here going, ugh. Find the yum. Good. And then release, and we'll step out, just kind of push away, come back, and then just feel for yourself for a moment. Yes, friends. Okay. Whew, so good. All right. Last one, standing. You know, there's so many ways to do it. I'm just thinking, like, do we want to do it this way? But I think I'm going to face away from the wall. Okay, you might use your blocks. I'm just going to show you. We're going to go to Artichondrasana at the wall. So you can just watch me first. I'll have the right leg forward. Maybe both hands come down first, and then I'll take the left leg up. And so this is the pose. Okay, so you can have blocks for your hands if you like, or you know, it just gives you a lift. Blocks are not a hindrance, and I'm actually going to use them just because set a good example. The blocks are great. So I'll take the blocks and then just kind of find it again. Put your hands down, keep the right foot down, left foot at the wall, and then just find your place. Well, I guess once we found it, maybe we stay. So the left foot at the wall, the toes are going to point the way your face is going to go. Right toes point straight. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Right hand stays on the block, and we're going to lift the left arm. Or both hands on the blocks. If your balance is challenged today because of all those things happening in the atmosphere, be where you need to be. Breathe into your openness. Extend your legs. Nicely balanced and supported. And then we'll release. Ooh, I hope nobody else felt this hard. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, come back. And we're just going to go right to the second side. So once you're down, left foot stays forward, take the right leg to the wall, and you might have to make it smaller, maybe bigger. Take your time. If you need to bend your knees to release your back, find that. And then either both hands stay on the block or you reach the right arm up. Okay, it's really about the legs. They're pushing, extending, you're reaching the top arm up. Oh, that looks so nice.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, breathe here. All this good medicine, cultivate joy. I feel so joyous and open and happy I can practice. Okay, release. Both feet down. Okay, I'm going to come to forward fold, but I'm going to walk everything back so I can take the hips to the wall again. And just drop them in. So you can keep your blocks or ditch them. You might enjoy the blocks in this forward fold. Just find your own place, friend. Whatever feels good. If dropping the head isn't a good thing for you, that's where the blocks can come in really handy. So breathe. Okay. Well, I'm going to come all the way down to the floor. So no surprises. You can do whatever you like. I'm going to do it the way we did it before. So I'm just to start to bend the knees, hands to the thighs, take the back to the wall, head to the wall, move your feet, start to come down. And then, maybe the hands have to come down first. Lower the tush, stretch the legs out, and just rest and breathe. Yes. Yes. Oh, wow, little jelly legs. That's good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to open the legs out, lean my head against the wall. Rest your hands on your thighs or floor, whatever you like. Take a few moments. Breathe into your grounding. Okay. Good. All right, we're going to take forward fold with the legs straight out like we've done, this dropping down. So here we are. I'm just walking myself closer to the wall. If you like to sit on a blanket or come away from the wall, that's fine. I'm just going to use the wall here and because we're here. So it's a nice little bit of feedback. And I can really press into the wall with the heart space, the belly, the back of the head, even these shoulders. I can take them back, the upper arms back. Good, okay. So now I'm just going to continue my setup. So I let the thighs relax, even the glutes, if I can drop in. Take my gaze to my feet. I'm going to anchor the heels and spread the toes. Okay, and then from softness. So we have the wall here, if you're using it. As you exhale, you're just going to start to drop the chin. So we start with the head, and it's almost like you're peeling yourself off the wall. And then there is also this cat pose that's coming in. We're drawing back, and you'll move into this forward fold from here. So you'll just walk the hands forward. Maybe the sacrum stays at the wall. You don't need to worry about coming too far forward. A lot of you are talking to me about hip pain or hip discomfort. So if we can press the belly back and we kind of keep that space in the hip joint here. And then you find your forward fold that way. As opposed to like the belly on thigh kind of idea, which is going to really bring the hip joint into deeper flexion. So stay where you need to be. Soften whatever you can. If you can let your head go a little more. I mean, the hands can come back too, and that's going to make a little bit more space for the neck. If you bring the hands back, the shoulders can move. The head can release a little bit more, and the sides of the neck can stay long. Okay, really be with your breath here. This joyful breath that we're so grateful for. And we'll take one breath for granted. Good. Okay, and then slowly start to bring yourself back. And if you're using the wall, use that as feedback. Like you slowly, like build yourself against the wall till the last thing that comes against the wall is the back of your head and maybe the upper arms. And then just take a few moments here. Good. Okay. All right. And then I'm just going to turn around. We'll face the wall. And here, if you want to sit on something, I'll just take my own advice and bring a little blanket in. Okay, so I'm going to sit a comfortable distance away from the wall so I can have the legs, the feet at the wall. My legs are, open, not super wide, but wider than the sticky mat. And then just do that same, imagine, that wall is behind you. And now the feet are into the wall. Take the whole sole of the foot to the wall. You could even pull your toes away so you just feel this great connection. And when you pull your toes away, the arch lifts. So that's great inner knee work. Okay, so just find this place, the feet connecting to the wall. Imagining your back of your head at the wall. And then just come into this releasing of the your tush, the backs of your thighs. If you push the backs of the thighs into the floor, you're not going to find this. It's about melting. So just take a few breaths and invite that grounding in through the backs of your legs, through your sacrum. Good. And we'll inhale. You might keep your eyes closed. You start again by dropping the chin, and then you walk the hands forward. Now we have the wall here. If you'd like to take your hands to the wall, if that makes sense, I walk them up. So it's really about getting length through the spine as much, not so much about dropping the head. If you're someone who suffers from high blood pressure, dropping your head is not a good thing, then this is a great way to practice. Okay, with the hands at the wall, if they hit there, I'm going to just push the wall away with the fingers and the feet, and that's going to give me more length. So I might even be able to walk my hands up a little higher. Okay, wherever you're doing here is good work. Honor it. Cultivate joy and gratitude for whatever shape you're in, and for your great presence and awareness in your practice. Good. Take one more breath. Okay, and then lovingly just extricate yourself like so, as if, just treat this body as kindly and lovingly as you can. And we'll come up just to sitting, just to feel, just to be. Okay, the next one we're going to do is soles of the feet together into Badakanasana. Okay, so I'm just going to turn, if you need a blanket, then you'll just put your little feet in there and you can just kind of cover them up. If that kind of just keeps them together and a little nourished. It's all fine. You don't need to do that. You might love it though. And you might also want some support underneath, I say this every time because it's so easy to kind of give ourselves too much of a pull if the body's not ready. If you don't need them, you don't need them. If your thighs come down. Oh, okay. And then inhale. Good. Pause here. Nice. Okay, and then once you feel ready, you'll just start to let the head go. And you'll walk yourself, your hands forward or to the wall if you like that. And just find whatever is available here. You can put in the effort, by pressing the hands into the wall if you like. We're just no effort, just allow everything to be whatever you need. Be playfully curious. In whatever shape you're in, with the soles of the feet together, knees open, we're really inviting so much into our pelvic floor, into, this is your power center. And the more you release, you might drop in more deeply. That could even be with the hands walking up the wall a little bit more. Good. Okay, just take a few more breaths here with your eyes closed, being very present. Good. Okay. And then we're going to release. However you want to do that, just come back to the sitting, breathing. Good. Okay, so beautiful, friends. So in this nice, relaxed state we've cultivated, we're just going to shift to lying on your back. And we're very close to the wall. We're not going to do legs up the wall right away. We're just going to go upside down with the block. So legs up the wall is an option for you for sure in a little bit. So you can adjust yourself close to the wall if you like. And then we'll come down and we'll take this block and we're just going to take it under the sacrum, maybe the lowest height. Actually, let's all start on the lowest height. I'm just going to add in a little quad stretch here. So start on the lowest height and feet on the floor, knees bent. Just take a few moments. Oh my gosh, how good does this feel? So lowest height, no matter what you do here, just be here, drop in. Good. All right, let's just move the back a little bit. So just drop the knees side to side. It could just be like a little baby windshield wiper. It doesn't need to go all the way to the floor. Just massage your low back or your sacrum on the block. Good. Okay, and then you can keep doing that or just rest in. Just let all of that, any discomfort you're feeling be received. Okay, so here's this little thigh stretch. I'm going to start with the right leg. So I'm going to first start by taking the left foot and just heel toe it into center. And then the right foot can walk out to the right a little bit. Then you're going to take your right hand, see if you can find your ankle, your right ankle. And you're just going to draw it in. At the same time, I'm just going to maybe come up onto the toes and let this, you might feel it you find that place where you feel. To go all the way, I'm actually going to hold the top of the foot, lift the leg, and then I just smooth the toes to the floor. And, the knee doesn't have to come down. You can stay lifted. You stop wherever you start to feel that quad stretch, just a little bit of lengthening, not looking to, this is the end of our practice. So whatever you're on, top of the foot, the toes, anything, take one more breath. Good. And then I'll just use the hand to kind of help release that foot and both feet to the floor. Okay, just feel in. And then we'll do the second side. So the right foot walks, heel toes to center, and the left foot heel toes out to the left. The left hand looks for the ankle. You walk the foot back. And once you have the ankle, the foot can walk back. Maybe you're on the toes. The knee starts to drop. You just look for whatever you need. If you can go all the way, I lift the foot up. I'm on the top of the foot. The knee can stay lifted. Some you might get it right to the floor. But it's, whatever it is you're looking for, stretch in your own experience. With great gratitude and joy. Cultivate each breath. And then release. So the left hand will find the foot, and I use that to help take it out, come back. And then we're here, readjust yourself if you need. And if you'd like to put the block up higher, second height or third height, yogi's choice here. And we'll just move into a little bit of upside down. We get the heart above the head, the hips above the heart. And then yogi's choice here, friends, if you want to stay with the feet on the floor, or you want to hold onto your block and take one leg up in the air, or both legs, or whatever you want. Just I'll give you a few moments here to be playfully curious or to just rest. And whatever feels interesting here. And just play or rest, whichever one. Okay, so moving into final few breaths here. Maybe settle your feet back on the floor if you like, and just soften in, release in. Receive this shape as much as you can in your softness, your own presence, and this, inviting in this restfulness after your practice. Okay, so if you'd like to stay on the block for longer, you can. Otherwise, I'm just going to come back down to that first height for a few moments. And maybe you'll stretch the legs out here. You see how that is for you, if you like it, or not, or do whatever you like. I'm just going to drop in a few breaths. And then I'll take the arms over the head and just let the body be open in whatever you're doing. Feel your openness to receive without judgment, with gratitude and joy. Okay, I'm bending my knees now. I'm going to take the block out completely. And then you might want to hug your knees into your chest or rock side to side. Or, your body's going to tell you what it needs. Maybe it wants a happy baby. Oh my goodness, that feels, that hits it. So whatever you feel you need. Wow, okay. So I feel this, and then my body's saying now I need to take the Badakanasana legs. So that, if you want to join me in that, I'm going to cross the right knee right over the left. And then the hands will hug in on the right knee or behind the left thigh or on top of the left shin. I'm just going to hug them in. Drop as much as I can into this. I'm going to smile and cultivate joy. Great gratitude. Okay, so you could be here with me. I'm still in this part of this shape, this pose, staying exactly here. Or you could be moving into your Shavasana. Okay, I'm just going to change legs and come back into this little bit here. Just melt yourself in wherever you are. Okay. Okay. And then we'll release. So I am going to move to legs up the wall for myself for a little bit. And I'll just use this blanket here for a little support under the hips. Okay, I honor whatever it is you're choosing to do. It's all fine. If you'd like to do a little bit of legs up the wall, I'll let you know when I'm coming out. And I'm going to take a blanket and just cover up the legs. So I don't know if you're still with me. I just open this blanket up, put my feet in the center of it, and just wrap the legs together. And then I can just rest here. Okay, so you don't have to be right close to the wall if you're coming into this. All fine. If you want a bolster or block or support under your head, that's fine too. And your arms can rest anywhere you like. Good. Okay, just melt yourself in. If you've chosen legs up the wall, and it's such a, I was going to use the word simple. Now, when I say simple, I never mean easy, but it's one of those simple poses that help to ground us, to shift our energy, to energize the legs and calm the mind. This is a great pose to have in your toolbox for times when things just feel really hard, or you're feeling very emotional. Energy and motion, emotion. Okay. Melt yourself in, my friend, and rest in your stillness. And if you're happy as you are, then stay. And if you'd like to move into lying down Shavasana, then now would be the time. And stay in your rest. Find you're lost in your thoughts, and just bringing in this counting mantra we've been playing with. And you think, 1, I'm inhaling. 1, I'm exhaling. 2, I'm inhaling. 2, I'm exhaling. And you just continue on your own until you're ready to just let it go.
Wherever you are in your count, if you're there, just let that go completely and be as quiet and still and relaxed as you can. Just filling yourself up with gratitude for your space, for the support you're receiving right now, and for this gift of doing nothing, but simply just being here. And staying in your sacred rest for as long as you are able. And if you would like to start to just gently waken yourself and just follow along with what the body naturally wants to do as it lengthens and awakens. Not rushing this. Let it be an extension of your rest. We'll savor every movement. And once you get to your side, just rest there for a few moments. This in-between place. Sacred quiet. And coming up to seated whenever you're ready. And just pausing again once you're here. Just if you wrote down some words, then you could even bring them in and just let your eyes rest on them without reading them. Just your eyes rest there, or just have your eyes closed and just let the words swirl around you. And let that joy fill your heart. So when you're ready, you'll bring your hands to your heart, however you want that to be, holding on to your heart space. Hands in front, the heart in front of the heart. And bow your chin, smile. And breathe it all in. This great gift of embodiment. This great gift of community. And so just before we move on, if you'd like to switch to gallery view, or I invite you to turn your camera on, but it's really optional. It's okay with me if you don't. Just a way of joining together here and seeing each other. Good. Okay, and so we will bless each other with our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And we'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Good. Take a full breath. Breathe into your hands. Catch your sacred breath. With great gratitude and joy. Open your eyes and offer yourself all that you are. All that you are, my friend. All that you are. You are unique. There is no one like you. With great gratitude and love. Namaste. 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 The light in me sees the light in you, and the light in me sees the light in me. Thank you. So happy, beautiful, snowy Sunday. Yes, so much love. Thank you guys for playing along, and you did great work today. Now you can just lie in bed all day and watch Marvel movies or RuPaul. Something that gives you joy. Yes. See you guys soon. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you guys.